Sum. Montalbano froze. Cottarella speaking Latin? What was happening to the universe? Was the end of the world at hand? Surely he must not have heard right. What'd you say? I said Cottarella here, Chief. He breathed a sigh of relief. He'd heard wrong. The universe fell back into place. What is it, Cat? Chief, I gotta tell yez afore anything else that it's a long and complicated story. Montalbano's foot stretched out and pulled a chair close to him, and he sat down in it. I'm all ears, Cat. All right. So, seeing that this morning yours truly betook hisself on the orders of Spectre Algello insomuch as they suspect an arrival of the heliocopter carrying His Honor the Minister of... Did it arrive? I don't know, Chief. I'm not appraised to the situation. Why not? I'm not appraised because I'm not at the scene. So where are you? At another scene called Casuzza District, Chief, which is allocated near the old railroad crossing that comes after... I know where Casuzza is, Cat. But are you going to tell me what you're doing there, or aren't you? Begging your pardon, Chief, but if you keep butting into what I'm saying... Sorry, go on. So, anyways, at a certain point in time, the foresaid Inspector Algello got a phone call to our switchboard, insowhere I was replaced by a replacement, Officer Filipazzo, first name Michele, insomuch as aforesaid twisted his leg. Wait a second, who's the aforesaid? Inspector Algello or Filipazzo? He shuddered at the thought of Mimi hurting himself, which would mean he would have to go and welcome the minister himself. Filipazzo, Chief, who for the foresaid reason couldn't be prescient for activist service, and so he passed it on a Fazio, who, when he heard the foresaid phone call, told me to forget about the expectation of the helicopter, and that I was supposed to go immediately at once to Casuzza District, which... Montalbano realized it was going to take half the morning for him to grasp any of what Cottarella was saying. Listen, Cat, tell you what. I'm going to fill myself in on this stuff and then call you back in 5 minutes, okay? But should I keep my cell phone on or off? Turn it off. He called Fazio, who answered right away. Has the minister arrived? Not yet. Cottarella rang me, but after talking for 15 minutes, I still hadn't managed to understand a thing. I can explain what it's about, Chief. Some peasant called our switchboard to let us know he found a coffin in his field. Full or empty? I couldn't quite figure that out. It was a bad connection. Why'd you send Cottarella? It didn't seem like such a big deal. He thanked Fazio and called Cottarella back. Is the coffin full or empty? Chief, the coffin in question's got its lid cover in it, and theretofore the contents of the foresaid coffin impossible to know what's inside. So you didn't open it yourself? No, sir, Chief. Is so much as there weren't no orders concerning the raising of the foresaid lid. But if you order me to open it, I'll open it. But it's useless if you ask me. Why? 'Cause the coffin isn't empty. How do you know? I know 'cause the peasant farmer gentleman who'd be the owner of the land whereat the foresaid coffin happens to be allocated, and whose name is Annibale Lococo, son of Giuseppe, and who's right here beside me, he lifted the lid just enough to see that the coffin was occupied. By whom? By a dead person's body, Chief. So it was a big deal after all, contrary to what Fazio had thought. All right, wait for me there. And so, cursing the saints, he'd had to get in the car and drive off. The coffin was the kind for third-class corpses, the poorest of the poor, of rough-hewn wood without so much as a coat of varnish. A corner of white linen stuck out from under the lid, which had been laid down crooked. Montalbano bent down to get a better look. Gripping it with the thumb and forefinger of his right hand, he pulled it out a little more and was able to see the initials B.A. embroidered on it and intertwined. Annibale Lococo was sitting on the edge of the coffin, down near the feet, a rifle on his shoulder, and smoking half a Tuscan cigar. He was 50-ish and sinewy, with sun-baked skin.